It's orange for Easter. From 11:59 tonight, the whole country will move to the orange traffic light setting. There were just under 9,500 cases of COVID today. 551 people are in hospital and sadly 15 deaths were reported. But the government says the evidence is clear that we are over the peak of the Omicron wave, so it's safe to move. Orange means no gathering limits or restrictions at all in bars and restaurants, not even masks. School kids are only encouraged to wear them too, and yet they're still compulsory in retail and on public transport. Here's political editor Jenna Lynch.
A toast to orange.
Orange.
Wellington's Dakota Bar celebrating the return of proper hospitality.
I'm relieved that we are going to be going to orange at midnight tonight.
Auckland's St Alice buzzed too.
Fantastic, we're stoked.
Do a little dance, New Zealand. The government has given the nightlife the orange light, the dance floor back from midnight tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, you're going hard on clubbing, yeah.
I would love a nice little boogie.
Might not go into town tonight, but this weekend.
It's actually going to make the staff morale improve as well, because they're not going to have to be the police officers in the bar or the fun police.
The orange light is basically back to normal, but with masks, though not for school children anymore.
It won't be justified in all cases any longer. In some cases, schools will have had a COVID-19 outbreak that will have passed.
The government's left that decision up to individual schools. Paediatrician Dr Jen Russell thinks that's a mistake.
Might see a resurgence of COVID-19, but also influenza, because viruses too tend to thrive in winter when people mix more indoors. And for those reasons, I think it's really important to keep wearing masks in schools.
There are other places you don't need to mask up anymore too, though the COVID minister got himself in a heck of a muddle trying to explain where.
The rules have changed, so we're still encouraging them on flights and public transport.
Oops, actually let's find a friend on that.
Give me 1 minute. I've just got masks are still a requirement on public transport, so including flights.
Oh, he fumbled retail too.
Sorry, for some reason I didn't bring the exact list.
Saying masks were out for shoppers.
So you don't have to wear a face mask to the supermarket anymore?
No.
Wrong, you do.
I do have the updated list now, and I have refreshed my memory of them, and I was incorrect on retail.
Chris Hipkins so confused he shut down questions on masks while he awaited some clarity.
So if you just give me a few minutes, the advice will come through. I'll be clear on that. Just triple check that I'm correct, and I'll come back to you on that.
Should you be across that detail?
Look, I just had a bit of a mind blank there.
So to be clear...
So you can have people pashing on a dance floor, but I have to wear a mask to go to the supermarket.
At the moment, you still have to wear a mask in a retail environment. That is correct.
What? Where is your logic on that?
Ultimately, it's a question of volume. There are going to be fewer. There are going to be a lot more people in the supermarket on a weekly basis than there'll be out and about pashing on a dance floor.
It does seem strange that there is that inconsistency.
Well, this, I think, is the unfortunate reality of the confusion around the traffic light rules.
Perhaps why the minister got himself in a big old mask mess.
Yes, well, OK, Jenna, that wasn't the COVID minister's finest performance, was it?
Perhaps a little bit of COVID-19 fatigue setting in there, aside from this being a very sloppy performance from one of Jacinda Ardern's top-ranking and top-performing ministers. It does highlight some of the absurdities now built into the system. By exempting hospitality, what was a high-risk venue before, the government has effectively deemed it safer to be breathing all over each other in bars than to cosy up with a book in the corner of a public library or to hit the mall to select a new pair of sneakers. The government rightly argues that compliance would be an issue in bars, but it may find that non-compliance may become more widespread if the rules are inexplicable and confusing, even to those who wrote them.
Political editor Jenna Lynch.